What's good, y'all? Shows one here. I'm back with another video once again. Shit, I had notes, but I think I should just say fuck them. Anyways, what am I here to do? Oh, shit, they hold me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. So now it's really a serious video. We shouldn't be laughing like this. Um, if you're in a similar situation that I'm in, or that when by the time you're seeing this, I'm out of by now, you're probably being singled out because you speak a reality that others don't necessarily agree with, or they physically shame you, they may mentally shame you, they might shoot invisible arrows at you, if you know what I'm saying. And if you don't, then let me explain it for you because, you're obviously new here, so I gotta help you out. Put in bad energy out towards you and basically just send negative energy your way when because you're being yourself. Now, if you're mentally not on the right path, if you're mentally, like for example, because I've been there as well, I've been on both sides. If you're not taking showers, if you're not eating at all, gray area there. If you're fasting, that's different. But if you're not eating at all, if you refuse to eat, that's different. Um, like I said in my last video, if you're a younger, which I'll put right here, if you're a younger person and you need to eat, if you're under your parents' rooftop, you still got to eat some food. Can't go fucking 120 days without eating. You got to eat, even if it's bad. Learn how to just transmute that into something good. I'll make a video on that as well. Um, Thirdly, if they're just honest, like I said, physically, if they're abusive towards you, this isn't happening to me. I don't physically get abused, but I know it's people out there that are going through that I'm not. Um, you're in the right place. I've personally been to the psych ward multiple times. Shit, they probably know my full name. They definitely know my full name when I go there. You don't really want to go there. It's not cool. It's not none of that shit. It's not something that should be glamorized about. And that's why I'm telling you this. Mentally, make sure you're on the right path. Make sure like I said, make sure you're doing the right things, eating right. Make sure you're cleaning yourself. Make sure if you have a job, make sure you're going to work on time. Make sure you're doing your physical duties. If you don't do your physical duties, and this is something that can be used against you later on, so I suggest you get that in order. Um, if you have all your physical duties in order, if you really have your duties in order, then that's great. You're on the right path. Then what I mean by this is you'll never be able to connect with those around you no matter how hard you try, if you do not limit yourself, if you do not drop yourself down. Um, and this could be in forms of medication, whether it's drugs or even prescribed medication. And I mean by that is high dosages. I don't mean, if you need them, you need them. It just really depends. There's gray area when it comes to that. But you'll never be able to go down to a negative vibration. Like you'll never be able to talk to somebody that's vibrating through shame, guilt, and apathy if you're consistently vibrating from enlightenment, peace, and joy and love. It will never work. It's not how the universe works. It's like trying, like I said, it's like trying to send a radio signal out from radio Z all the way back to radio A. Nah, you gotta be on radio Z to talk to it, Can't if you're not here, you can't talk to it. If you're down here, you can't talk to it. You can't, and it's vice versa. You can't communicate with each other. Like I said in my last video, only could talk to them about necessities. Now, I know it don't sound fucked up. It's just the way the world is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And you do it subconsciously, whether you realize you're doing it or not. This is why there's icebreakers. This is why when you talk to people, I don't got no slides for this part. This is just off the dome. That's why when you speak to people, you have icebreakers. You have shit to, small talk. Oh, what'd you do today? How's your day? And then that's the surface level shit. That shit's at nobody. It's neutrality. It has no good, no bad. It's just a necessity. It's just there. And then once you do that, then you can either die down to shame, guilt, apathy, or you could rise up to love, joy, and peace. What I mean by this is, let's say you're talking to your homie, right? Let's say your homie's a gangbanger. This nigga fucking he reps the set. That's all he talks about. Fucking hoes, rapping sets, eating bad food, smoking weed. That's all he talks about, right? So I swear, what you on? What you on, bro? Oh, I just fucked his hoe last night. Oh, I shot him last week. It's always gonna go down here. Now, once again, let's say he talks to a high vibrational being, somebody who's spiritual, somebody who doesn't interact with all that. And if you're a hood dude, I'm not saying you can't be spiritual. It really depends on what energy you're putting out. That's all it comes down to, genuinely. And your present don't make your future unless you're actively hurting somebody else. That's somebody else gotta get out the way. Somebody else gotta get out the way. Ah, speaking too fast. My fault. But back on track. Let's say you haven't you so like I said, talking to somebody spiritual, the icebreaker. Oh, what's good, bro? How you been? Man, I just been expressing love to the world. I realized I was going down here. I came back up. I told my homies I loved them. I ate something that was good for my temple. I've been expressing love, and I haven't let anything, I didn't let nothing negative get in the way of me doing it. You see the difference? Now, unless you're an envious person, unless you come from down here, what I just said is going to rise you up. Now, if you come down here and if you live in this state of mind, you're never going to be able to be risen up by that. You have to conquer your own demons, and once you conquer your own demons, you'll then be able to be accepted by all of these. Until you do, until you stop shaming, and shame doesn't come from physical shame, just it can, but it's not just physical shame. When you shame yourself, you subconsciously shame others. That's why a lot of people, they'll tear you down when they're not happy with themselves. That's the truth. That's nothing but the truth. And when people are apathetic, see, a lot of people, they become like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got dreads, nonchalant dreadheads. You should be chalant to an extent. It just depends on the situation. If you're with your homie and they're joking, it's okay to show love, bro. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to show joy. Now, if you're with somebody that wants the worst for you, I won't say apathetic. I'll say neutral with a shield on it because you don't want to vibrate from down here. I say neutral from a shield with it, or something better, vibrate from 700. Go enlightenment on them. Be above where they are so you can see it. You only got to interact with them, but you can see it. You see what I'm saying? And you want to surround yourselves with people like this. You don't want to surround yourselves with those who drag you down. But back on topic though. That's not why you clicked the video. Think of life as a communication radio wave. Like I said, I already went through that. Um, can't talk to point Z if you're on point A, vice versa. And I'm not speaking in terms of age. I'll make another video on that. But if you're no longer vibrating from this, you can't vibrate from this. What I mean by that, you could say you're spiritual, you could say you're enlightened, you could say you vibrate from love, you could say you're joyful, you could say you vibrate from peace or reason, acceptance. You could say that. What are you putting into your temple? Ultimately, how you treat yourself is how you treat others. If you treat yourself with shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, then you'll treat others with that. If you're consuming content like watching porn, having lustful sex with women you know aren't good for you just because physically you want to get a nut off. If you're consuming brain rot content, and this is really new with the new generation, it's their vice. Um, don't like you can't. It makes no sense. You can't. It's like I said, a radio wave. You can't come here and then try speaking from up here. You can't eat fucking fried chicken, fries. You can't eat fucking burgers and hot dogs and shit. You can't watch brain rot content. You can't watch content that's just using your short-term attention span against you. You can't fucking watch porn. You can't have sex with all these women who do the exact same bullshit and expect to vibrate from up here. That's not how that works. And I know I was yelling, I gotta turn this shit down. Hold on. I had to turn the volume down a little bit because I be talking loud sometimes to get my point across, just so you understand me. But most see this as I don't know if I got this on there, but they see it as a systematic failure. They think because you're not doing all of this stuff, they think it makes you wrong. They think it makes you like this, the red one out, which it technically does. You're the marked out. You're no longer in harmony with them, which is okay. Dude, it's a feint. If you ever boxed or you were in combat sports, it was a feint. You bit the feint, now they caught you with the hook. This is the feint. When you're singled out, that's the feint. Don't fall for it. Remember, I wish I had a slide for this. I might get one so you understand what I'm saying, but hold on. Okay, I couldn't find the picture. I couldn't find what I was looking for. It's been a few years since I've seen it, but imagine this. This is you, right? This is what you're afraid to start up. This is what seems scary. What you're afraid to start up. This is the trenches. This is like, damn, why the hell would I go in there? You're gonna die if you go in this water, right? But this is the reality once you get your feet wet, right? So we're afraid of yeah. We're afraid. It's a spiritual channel. If you're spiritual like me, which I don't know why you're here if you're not, well, I do know you could transmute stuff in your own way, but that's for another video. Um, if you're here, you might be, like I said, singled out. You know, like, damn, am I doing the wrong thing right now? Why am I not on par with everybody else? Why am I not worried about sports games? Why am I not enjoying the fact that we're eating fucking hot dogs, fried chicken, pizza, French fries? Why am I not happy about that? Like, am I normal? Am I on the right path? This is what it looks like. Once you get in it though, you're gonna see, oh shit, the universe was testing me. Did I really have the faith in myself? Did I really trust myself over everybody else? This is everybody else. This is you. This is everybody else. This is you. This is everybody else. This is you. Did I trust myself or did I let others tear me down? That's really what it comes down to. Are you going to be able to say no? Are you gonna jump in that water and show the universe, yeah, I swim here. Fuck is he talking about? This is me. I swim here. This is my water. Fuck is he talking about? Or are you gonna go back to this? Are you gonna, when your homie say, hey, what you on, bro? And they talking to you about bullshit, are you gonna be able to have the, and I'm speaking from experiences, I've been bullshitting sometimes. Be real. I'll be bullshitting sometimes. I be saying all this shit, but I don't be putting the action in. That's why I gotta make this fucking video for myself and for those who may be in the same spot. Next time your homie calls, hey bro, you seen X, Y, and Z? You did X, Y, and Z, you tried X, Y, and Z. Nah, bro. I've been on my spiritual shit. And they might say, well, we could be spiritual and do that. Then do that, homie. I'm not doing it like that. Do you have the balls to do that? If you don't, then it's gonna stay like this. If you do, that shit's turned into a kiddie pool with ease. I promise you that right now. I promise you. But back on topic. Back on topic. If you would rather do this, if you're I'm gonna keep it very short and simple. If you're too pussy to jump into this water, if this brings you pure joy that you think it does, if this makes you feel like this, okay, then you could stay right here. I'm glad if you got this far, then click off the fucking video. I'm gonna say that much right now. Click off the video. Um, Now that they're gone, if you're really trying to vibrate from up here, if you're really trying to go into the deep end of the water, if you trust yourself more than others' judgment, then cool. Now we gotta talk about this. Will it get easier? I just went over that because I know a lot of people like, I gotta explain shit in multiple ways for people because I mean that's just the way I am. Yes, it'll get easier. So I just went over. Damn, I think I went over everything I needed to. But if you keep lying to yourself, and when you get to this crossroads, you're gonna go failure instead of success, then you don't need to jump in this water. Now, if you're willing to jump in success, if you're willing to say, hey, I'm willing to live my life and I'm willing to sacrifice this part of myself to do this, jump in that trench. You feel me? I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful life. Fuck a day. You feel me? And remember one thing, what resonates with you, well, nah, what resonates with me may not resonate with you. So take what does and leave what doesn't. This isn't for everybody. Not everything is for everybody. I love you all. Have a great day. Well, great life.